So here's a weird question for you.
What's up?
It's just strictly for entertainment purposes only. Have you ever heard of lizard people? And if you haven't, are you one?
Am I what?
A lizard? What do they call them? Lizard people. Lizard people. Are you a lizard person, Joe?
Nope, I can't shapeshift.
No.
No.
Weird. Yo, what's up, everybody? As usual, here I am. I'm Big Pat here with my cousin Joe. It is January 15th, 2021. And we're going to call it a fun Friday. Let's talk about some weird shit, shall we? Cheers.
Cheers.
Have a safety meeting.
So lizard people, though.
So, yeah.
I know Putin thinks he's a lizard person.
He does. And if you don't believe me, or Joe, I mean, he's on tape saying it. Just look for yourselves. So there's this concept that this race of part lizard, part man, a hybrid, you would almost call it, exists and has existed for a long time. You know, it's just a theory. And I just thought it was kind of interesting, just because it was out of the ordinary. It's not something you hear every day. And yeah, if you're hearing me correctly, they're calling them lizard people. In fact, there's a lot of stuff out there about the theory and the concept. If you don't believe me, just check out Wikipedia. Go on Wikipedia and look up lizard people, and it'll tell you anything you need to know. So I happen to be doing that today, and I was going through some different things, and I don't know. I decided to take a couple notes, and I felt that they were worth sharing. Like, for example, the concept of lizard people or different terminologies are reptilians or reptoids, reptiloids, saurians, or draconians. But throughout time, and we're going all the way back to the times of the pharaohs and the Egyptians, throughout time, there's been these different characters or references, you know, lizard people or shapeshifters or whatever you want to call them, right? I don't know what the fuck to call them. This is new to me too. I'm just learning all about it myself, and I just find it kind of interesting. The whether it be real or whether it be fake, no matter what, it's really kind of interesting, and it's worth 10 to 15 minutes of your time to check out for yourselves. And if you do, you're gonna go, wow, Pat and Joe were right. So go ahead and hit that like button. We appreciate you. So what do you know about lizard people, Joe? I mean, you know, you're the one that said, hey, you should check out lizard people, just for
I
something
know.
fun. And you know what?
Yeah.
I actually I enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading everything about it. I thought it was kind of fun. Obviously, there's got to be some bullshit, but there's enough people and there's enough ideas and there's enough variables out there to where, hey, fuck it, it's 2021. Why not throw something else crazy into the mix, right? So what do you got?
This is what I got. If anybody out of all of them is a lizard person, it's got to be Zuckerberg. He is a weird. First off, he is a weird individual. Just his overall characteristics, his quirks. You know, I know everyone's seen the video of how he acted at the congressional hearing. Like, he was just weird. Like,
Right.
what kind of a person drinks water that way? Like,
What are you talking about?
he was just weird. You never seen the video?
No. Nope, I have no idea.
Man, but it's like he was living in that shit. But I know this much.
So
It's a very strange and weird topic. I know that it has like some old standings, but David Icke is the one that brought it back, and then Mainframe. He's been talking about it since like the 80s.
He's brought it back to the attention of the world.
Yeah. Alex Jones is a big believer in it. He 100% believes that the world is being run by these people, down to the fact that Biden, Obama, the Queen of England, Putin, all of them, they're all lizard people. Now, if you go back to like the ancient Egyptian times, they got facts that those are ancient lizard people. You know, they believed in that type of shit. They got drawings of men with snake heads and shit like that on pyramid walls. And that's how we used to pass down history, was through paintings on carvings on walls and pictures. That shit that got passed down. So maybe that's a true fact.
Right. Possibly the civilization of these hybrid type people with the ability to turn into any other living person. You know, they can replicate and mimic them. They can mimic, you know, a lot of theories, right? But here's a little fun fact. Now, it was something that started going around since the 19th century, like is when it was brought back to attention, right? And it was brought to the forefront in 1897 in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Safety. You're breaking up a little bit.
Safety. I'm breaking up? Are we
just
breaking
a little
up? Is our breakup video?
Just a little bit.
I'm on my garage. If anybody remembers previous episodes, sometimes it's a little touchy out here, you know?
But you're good now, though. But it was hard to understand.
1897, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Right? We're all familiar with Dracula. We watched the movies, you know. But the original story, Nosferatu was referred to in the book as a shapeshifter with reptilian qualities. So that like labels it, kind of, right? So it's like an open documentation, like a label. So then we go forward a little bit in different parts, like a lady named Helena Blavatsky. I'm looking up all this stuff. I've looked all up on Wikipedia, folks. I'm
Helena Blavatsky,
creating my own shit. Helena Blavatsky. She was the founder of Theosophy and claimed an ancient race of dragon men from a lost continent. In her book, where she it was mentioned in her Estoric. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, folks. But it was in 1888. And it was called Estoric 1888 tome called The Secret Doctrine. And it was her findings that she influenced a film creator named Robert E. Howard. He was the
fucking
guy who
Decepticons.
The right. Was it? Did they get to me again?
Yeah. Move back just a little bit.
Oh.
Now try it.
Good, and you?
Good.
Try what?
Try talking.
Oh. I don't even remember that. Let's see. Okay, so let me just stop on the facts and the readings. Okay, I feel like it's stumbling me, and I'm just tripping over my words. Let's think about this. Okay, so there's all these theories that have been going around for a long time, right? Like one of the big ones is Bigfoot, right? Another one is the Loch Ness Monster. You got the Mothman, and then lizard people. So, as a person who sees things for what they really are, I immediately call bullshit. I have to, right? Because it sounds like bullshit. It sounds like some sci-fi shit.
Where's your proof?
Whatever. Right. So then you got to do your research. So, like, here's an interesting thing. Okay, so I'd mentioned
Did you know
the
that
creator of
ancient?
Robert E. Howard, the guy that created the Conan the Barbarian, and you think about in the movie Conan, the people that he was fighting against were like lizard people. They were shapeshifters. They had the ability to take on any form, right? Now that was I don't know, it doesn't say exactly what that was, but uh, fuck, I'd say I lost it.
Yo, so you know Ancient Aliens, right?
They
TV
called it
show.
they call it an old yeah.
I'm sorry, you found your place. I was just you got lost, so I was trying to save the day.
You did, Joe. Thank you.
But Ancient Aliens, right? They do this. You ever heard of that TV show on History Channel?
Yeah.
They try to take historical facts and link it to aliens. Like I like watching it just because it's interesting and like different perspectives because it's shit that I would never think of sometimes. But they're trying to say that there was a certain type of dinosaur. It started out running on two legs, right? But it had like two shorter legs. It wasn't one of a velociraptor though. But but they think that over time, according to computer generations, that if this animal survived the comet and survived the extinction of the dinosaurs, because there's still crocodiles and alligators and mosquitoes, so some things survived. You know what I'm saying? And whales.
Right.
So if these things also survived, that they would have evolved into what we account for as lizard people. But it still doesn't really give credence to the whole shape-shifting fact.
Right.
Like, how does a dinosaur evolve and have the ability to shapeshift?
That's true.
If you guys think this is as weird as we do, just write down in the comments, write your little thoughts. Comment, share, subscribe. Your thoughts ain't little, but just keep them short. People are stoned. It's hard to read when you're stoned. This one knows.
Facts. It's just I don't know, man. Lizard people.
It's a strange topic. The
Like
reason
all the
why
shit, just the shit.
I only really wanted you to research it because it was for a good laugh. It's something different. It's one of those. It's one of those conspiracy theories that you can just sit there and not take seriously. Because where's the real credence? Where's the real proof? Do I believe there's extraterrestrials and aliens? 100%. Do I believe there are lizard people living amongst us as Mark Zuckerberg and Vladimir Putin and all these people? No. You know why the Queen of England looked like she ain't aged in 30 years? Plastic surgery and Botox. Best the money can buy.
Right.
Maybe the fountain youth is a real thing and she just found it late in life. But if there are any lizard people out there, you want to know who I think the lizard person would be? Aaron fucking Rodgers.
Right. He does got those big weird eyes.
Yeah.
That you only see come out when he's getting ready to take a snap.
And that big amazing cannon of an arm. He's a hell of a little guy. He's got a little noggin on him too, man. He's a thinker. And he don't really like people. Like he's like a recluse. He likes to chill to himself. He's awesome on the Pat McAfee show. Seems like he's cool to chill with. But he also seems like he doesn't want to fuck with nobody. But with all that said, he's gonna tear the Rams a new asshole. He's gonna tear the Rams a new asshole.
You know who I think would be a lizard person? Fucking Obama.
That is actually a big one. Obama.
I don't know how. I mean, like I said, this is still all kind of new to me, but Obama, because look
Hey,
at the shit
maybe
that he's
maybe
been able
that's
to get away with without repercussions.
maybe that's what Trump always knew, and that's why he wanted to see the birth certificate so bad. Remember when he first became president? Trump was all, "Let me see the birth certificate.
Right?
Let me see your birth certificate, bro." Because he knew he was a lizard person. So Trump's like, "I want to see your birth certificate. Where are you from? Oh, you from Hawaii? You're a Hawaiian Muslim? Come on now,
Right?
come on. You're a Hawaiian black Muslim. Got you. Yeah, okay. You're a lizard person, bro. Let me see your birth certificate." That was Donald Trump. Like, I mean, I feel you though. If there is one out there, it probably should be him. But I don't know. I don't really believe it, man. Because if they were real, why would Putin come out and say, "Yeah, I'm one"?
Yeah. Right. I mean, look, I'm gonna be real with you folks, right? I really did look. If you, I don't know if you can see this, but I got a full page back and forth. I took a whole bunch of notes, and I was researching this shit. And as I start talking about it, I don't know. I feel kind of dumb saying it because how do I give feedback about something I think is bullshit? However, it's still out there, and that's the thing. Is the point is bringing it to y'all's attention, just for a little something. Lizard people. I mean, fuck. Why not? What else you got? Zombies. They'll be next. I mean, any damn time now, we gotta be finding Bigfoot. Just saying,
I think we're
he's
in the
gotta show up
process.
somewhere.
I think we're in the process of creating zombies. It's just me. That's what I think this
There
whole
already
vaccine's
are
for.
zombies.
Like The Walking Dead, like we're already infected and you just gotta die to get it.
No, no, no. Okay. Fast or let's go rewind. 1 year ago. 1 year ago, if you were to walk into a diner or a restaurant like Chili's or an Applebee's or just a little diner, as soon as you walk in, you look around and you look at everybody. It's just what you do. You check your surroundings. And as you check your surroundings, you see all these groups of people, these families, these couples, they're all paired together. And what are they doing, Joe? They're fucking staring at their telephones. They're not interacting with each other at all. And now they're going to go pay for a $50, $60, $100 meal. And how is the company? We already are zombies. Look at all these people that have been stuck on social media and stuck on the internet. You just got to find out what Trump and the Republicans are going to do next, or you're going to find out what Joe Biden and the other twats are doing. It's like, dude, come on. Holy shit. Nobody
That's
gives
why
a fuck. All right?
that's why I just tried to talk about football. Oh man.
Oh, man.
I tried to segue it in there and everything.
But everything that we did talk about and everything that I started to mention, swear to God, just go on Wikipedia, check out. Wikipedia's free for everybody. So it's pretty interesting, though. You're waking up in the morning, you just got done, or in the afternoon, you just got done listening to an episode of Steve You Mean, or whatever. You go home, you drop your dose, you want to look up some funny shit, look up those people.
Yeah, that's what it's meant for. In my opinion, I think it's just. But to be honest with you, that might be like one of my theories to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys probably laugh at my shit, think I'm crazy. So I mean, it might be true. It's someone else's truth.
Right? Somebody thoroughly believes it in somebody else's eyes. Like, for example, the Nashville bomber. Okay,
He was
it's
supposedly a
not that long
big
ago.
believer in it.
He thought that the lizard people were in that town, in that place, about to do something crazy. So, did he really think that? Was that part of his motives, or was that just part of the backstory that they're telling about him that they made up to make it sound like he's even crazier?
Well, I think it's just the backstory to make him sound crazy. Because just like me and you think, when we look at it, you automatically think, well, if people think this, man, there's got to be something wrong with him. So that's what I take it as. And if he was a true believer, man, you really went to the
His name was Anthony
true
Quinn Warner.
aspect. Yo, but you know what's weird about him, man? And I still can't put my finger on it. He looks so familiar. What just happened?
I'm not sure what happened.
My phone kept on plugging in and plugging out. My phone was plugged into the computer charging, so everything was tweaking.
So it is Friday. I know this weekend, starting tomorrow, we got the playoffs continuing.
Yes, sir.
My Buffalo Bills are still in it. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow evening at 8:15. Let's go Bills. Bills Mafia.
We already know who
Shout
you
out.
got. We already know who you got. The
Oh,
Bills.
yeah. And for the record, we never did a follow-up. For the record, last week I went 4-2 in my picks.
We don't need to talk
Joe
about it.
went
We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk
he
about it.
went 1-5 though.
We don't need
For
to
the
talk about it.
record.
But you know what?
So,
But you know what? But you know what? This week is a new week. All right. Last week was very emotional. I was just picking from the heart. I wasn't really thinking about things fully. Because come on, I'm still gonna say the Redskins should have won. I don't give a fuck. We got ripped off in that last drive. That was a fumble out of bounds, which would have changed the play call, which means he wouldn't have took a 10-yard sack. You wouldn't have had to call a play to where he has to take a 5-yard drop back because you need 10, 15 yards at least because you got to get a good chunk of field. We got ripped off. We got Tom Brady'd. But it's all right, people. It's a new week. It's a new day. And you're going to get all your picks wrong. I'm going to come out on top.
So what do you got for AFC? Let's go AFC. We only got 2 games.
All right. Well, my first AFC pick is the Ravens. I don't think y'all going to be able to stop that boy Lamar Jackson. He's like...
We'll see. What do you predict?
See, I don't know, man. It's a tough game to pick. Because I'm sorry to tell you, it's not going to be as easily defensively as you think it's going to be. It's just not.
Oh, it's not going to be easy.
And you're not going to be able to contain him. He's very hard to contain. And I think it's Marquise Brown, number 15 for the Ravens. Something about him. He's one of those players in the playoffs. He steps it up. I'm gonna play even better. And he's tough to cover, man. You guys don't have too much speed in the defensive backfield, so they can expose that. But the place where Tre'Davious White is a lockdown corner, but he's not. You're not going to sit there and put him in a 40 race with fucking Marquise Brown. You're going to want safety help over the top because he's going to run past Tre'Davious White.
We got Mike Hyde. We got Jordan Poyer.
And neither one. And
Josh Norman on the other side.
Josh Norman is slow as hell, man.
Say what you want. He's made some plays.
I sat there and watched him.
I sat there and watched Buffalo.
Yeah, just wait. Just wait till he gets burned again. It's gonna happen. You guys are gonna put him up. You guys are gonna put him up against Marquise Brown in the slot. He's gonna go up there, try to play press, and Marquise is gonna fucking dust him.
We'll see. So what's the score, Joe? We're beating around the bush. What do you think the final score?
I'm beating around the bush for a reason. Why can't I talk? Yeah, I didn't even say the reason why I was even a little bit worried about the Bills in this one, man. You just want to talk over me. All right.
Nah. I just don't want to hear anything negative about the Bills. That's all.
Nah, this
I'm
one
really
was
optimistic
actually
for tomorrow.
this one was actually going to be a little bit of a positive. The reason why you guys scare me in this game is because when you look at your guys' offense compared to their defense gives up running plays, which last week was an anomaly. Like they played amazing to shut down Derrick Henry. That's not usually how the Ravens have been playing this season. So if they keep that up, you guys are going to have issues. But what scares me with you guys is that boy Diggs, man. Like I don't know who they got that can really shut him down. You're going to have to double him. And as soon as you do that, you're going to let someone else expose you. I think it's going to be a close one. I'm going to say it's going to be 28-25 Rams. Or not Rams, but Ravens. I already know you got
25.
28-25. Come on, Pat. Give me your pick. Hurry up. Just give me the numbers.
31,
We already.
30. Bills.
Oh, you're not going to give an explanation? I was just being a dick.
Oh, I don't need to have an explanation. It's going to be that 31, 30 Bills.
31-30. All right, then. Who you got for the Bucks and the Chiefs? Or the Browns and the Chiefs?
Browns and the Chiefs. This is the year of the underdog, so I'm taking Cleveland. I like what they're doing. If they can keep the same momentum that they had last week and carry it into this week, I think it's going to be a real high scoring game. It'll come down to the wire. Whoever has the ball last wins the game. That's what I think. So I'm going to say Browns. I'm going to say Browns 46. Chiefs 38. No, Chiefs, not 38. That's a weird number. 30. We'll go 46-40. There we go. Final answer. 46-40. Browns.
This Browns team gives me hesitation, man. Because I did pick them last week. Because now that I think about it, I went 2-4, not 1-5.
Right? I thought you went 2-4. But you said 1-5, so I agreed with it.
But I forgot about the Browns, man. But my problem with them was last week an anomaly because the Steelers were not the Steelers of 8 weeks ago, 9 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago. After they lost, really it started before that. When they almost lost to the practice squad Ravens, that's when it started. And then when they got embarrassed on national TV by my boys, they were not the same team anymore. They even got their starting running back, and they still said, well, Big Ben, we need you to pass it 50, 60 times a game. That's not Steelers football. I got to take the Chiefs, man. Because unlike last week, the Browns have to play mistake-free. When you have to play mistake-free, that's normally when you end up slipping up. So I'm going to take the Chiefs, man. I got to. I want to say it's going to be like 42-20. I think the Chiefs start out a little slow, and then towards the middle of the first half, end of the first half, they just crank it up and get like 3-4 touchdowns back to back. because they're capable of doing that, man. Like, they're capable of getting 3 touchdowns like that and stopping you 3 times in a row. So, and then as soon as that happens, they just get down. So, yeah, 42-20.
It could happen. You never know.
But Rams
It could happen.
Packers.
You like
Rams Packers. I'm gonna make this one sweet and simple. I'm gonna make this one sweet and simple. Aaron Rodgers is that man. Aaron Donald is injured. Jalen Ramsey is that dude. But Aaron Rodgers, man. Like, he is
Aaron
the
Rodgers.
he's just shit. Like, there's like I've said it to you in private, but he is legitimately the best quarterback I have ever seen play the game.
He's the lizard man.
He's the lizard man.
Lizard guy.
He is the lizard king. So I'm going Packers. All right. And I don't see this one playing out very well for anybody. So I'm just going to go ahead and say 35-14. I don't think the Rams got very much on offense. Packers got a pretty good defense this year. 35-14. That's being generous.
Okay. Well, I see yours, and I say Packers win easily, 38-21. All day. My pick is Bills Packers for the Super Bowl. Just throwing that out there. Since it can't be Bills, want to raise our Redskins.
Hold on. We haven't gotten there yet, man. Got to pick the last game. Bucks Saints. And then we go Super Bowl. This guy.
Yeah, but whoever wins between that, they're gonna get slaughtered by the Packers. So
Yeah, but we still got to pick the game, man.
I know.
So who are you going with?
I'm neither a Bucks nor a Saints fan, but I think the Saints got a little more. I think the Saints got a little more team chemistry, and they're explosive. At any given time, any either offense, defense, special teams can bust the game wide open. So, and a no-brainer. I'm going to say Saints over Tampa. We're going to go, I'll say 28-21, New Orleans.
Fuck Tom Brady.
Yeah. Bitch.
42-0. Fuck Tom Brady.
42-0?
That's
Wow.
that's an emotional pick.
Oh,
That's 100% emotional. 100% emotional. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Fuck Tom Brady. I hope you get embarrassed. I hope Drew Brees comes and says, "Take this L, bitch." Fuck Tom Brady. But since I got to pick a completely new Super Bowl this year, or this week, because, both my teams lost. Looking at everybody here, man. Looking who I got winning. Maybe this is the Ravens' year. I'm going to go Ravens Packers in the Super Bowl.
Ravens, Packers, Joe's pick.
With the Packers winning. I want to give a score because
Packers, the Ravens winning.
that's right.
Well, I'm saying Bills, Packers.
So basically, guys, this game tomorrow at 11 o'clock decides who goes to the Super Bowl in the AFC. You know what's crazy? I've been saying Chiefs this whole way. But something at the moment just told me to say Ravens. Mix it up.
Why not be spicy?
So did you hear
It was different
that
here in the button.
did you hear that there was the Republican senator from Georgia, the one that just got voted in, is already in the works of having a plan ready to impeach Biden as soon as he gets inaugurated next Wednesday?
Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
Like,
Why is the military? Why is the military created a wall around the Capitol?
why is it
To be
what?
specific.
Why is it Biden still says he doesn't feel safe enough with the military barricading the Capitol with razor wire and everything?
7-foot walls. Why? What is there to be scared of?
I think they're trying to tell us without telling us that what happened, the riot, as they're calling it in the news, was really a, what do you call it, like an incursion, where where another foreign entity rushes your capital. I don't think they're necessarily taking it as a revolution, because they got a lot of people that a lot of evidence that there was military help in this riot, like people using military hand signals, military formations to get through the crowds, just things like that. Now they're saying that a lot of these people were on missions to kill politicians. There was like a whole hit list and everything like that. There was bombs and vehicles. Like, they're setting it up. They're trying to tell you that they're getting ready for war, but they're not telling you against who. Kind of makes me feel like it's against us. Aren't you supposed to be protecting me? Why do you want to go to war with me? You want to go to war with me because I want my freedom?
And how are you going to go to war with me when we're in the middle of a pandemic?
Yep.
Isn't there something a lot more important to be worrying about, like the safety and health of all mankind, not so much your fucking stupid agenda,
Yeah. No, they're
whatever
too.
it may be?
Let's just give everybody $600. They'll be all right with it.
Yeah. Good luck. Piece of shit. No. Stupid. Stupid that we got to this point.
And that's why
But
I think
everything happens for a reason. So
that's why I think the Great Reset is going to be all through cryptocurrency.
maybe.
Nah, it's the only way it can work out. It's the only way, because I thought about it after that dude commented on the thing, because he said if they did a Great Reset, it would also have to impact their own pockets, right? So if you change it to cryptocurrency, where does it come from? It's not something you can physically mine, right? So therefore, you can just say that there's this amount of number of it, and just give everybody an equal divide of it. Basically, you're just starting a big ass game of Monopoly.
Basically.
Just without the paper money. It's electronic money. The only way you can play is if you have your chip. Sounds an awful lot like Mark of the Beast situation.
Yo, my lighter died. 1 second.
It's all right. I keep going.
I can't leave.
I hope you people really do enjoy this.
Or my heater.
Yep. Got to light off the heater. It's craziness. Hope you guys enjoy this. To all my haters, I love you too. I know you watching. Like America, this place is fucking going down, man. I don't think anybody really understands, and that's the problem. We all act like we do, but no one really gets it. I feel s- So, how was your guys' day today? I know you guys can't answer back, but you can leave the answer in the comments, and I'll holler back at you. Just tell me what you did. I'll tell you what I did. I didn't do much. Sat around, played teacher for a little bit, changed some diapers, made some lunch, made dinner, changed some more diapers, showers, bed, watched a lot of stuff, weird stuff on YouTube. Didn't think it would take him this long to light a cigarette, but here we are. I'm just sitting there talking to myself, not really knowing what to say. So you guys can just skip through all this.
Hi guys. I had a problem with my lighting, my Fuego. Don't work. Unfortunately, a lighter is one of those important tools during a safety meeting. So you just gonna get it look like you're frozen, or
I was trying to think of an asshole thing to come back and say, like, dude, what the fuck was taking you so long? Like, I started to run out of things to say. I started asking these people what they did today, like they could answer me back, like I was on Facebook Live, and they could just be like, "Hey, yeah, I was sitting here chilling today. What were you doing, buddy?" Nope, there was none of that. And I was just like, "Oh man, what do I say? I don't want to sit here and ramble on to something." And he comes back me mid conversation, and I got to repeat everything I said because I'm stoned. I ain't gonna remember what I said 5 minutes ago. Tough times, man. I still don't even really remember what I say. I was about to yell at him, and I said, "No, I can't yell at everybody." Because you know what I think the problem is right now. No one knows what the fuck is going on, but everyone acts like they do.
yeah, everybody's got something, but really nobody's got nothing. These are all just guesses. Everybody's got their own ideas of what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. Blah blah blah.
I love hearing
That's
it
what
though.
happens when you have so much disinformation.
But yep,
Putting out bullshit. Well, putting out bullshit is a really dangerous thing. It really is. I mean, don't they tell you about it? In, uh, what story was that? Little Red Riding Hood. You should tell a lie. No, it was Little Red Riding Hood.
no.
Something
Little Red Riding Hood was trying to bring cookies to her grandmother, and then the wolf wanted to eat her.
Pinocchio.
Yep, Pinocchio lied in his nose grill. Yeah,
It doesn't get any different when you get older.
your nose grows when you lie.
You start smelling like shit because you're full of bullshit.
I don't know about
I
that.
know, this is terrible examples. It's more so the boy who cried wolf. There's only so many times people are going to listen to you tell the same story but a different way before they just stop listening.
Yes and no. I mean, it worked for people like Charles Manson. He was able to make those people think that he was the resurrection of Jesus, bro.
Mm. The old silver tongue.
Oh man, it's just this whole thing is weird. Like it doesn't make any sense. It seems like they're playing a big ass chess game, and everyone's on the same side. And the ones that they're really fucking over are the people watching the chess game. You get what I'm saying?
Like, you know, a distraction.
Kind of like you ever seen that movie with the magicians? Now You See Me,
Yeah.
where the whole time they're really just robbing this guy blind.
Yep.
That's kind of what feels
A
like it's going.
style.
That's kind of what I feel like is going on right now.
Maybe.
Like they're having us look over here and pay all this attention to what's going on in politics and in the news. Who's going to be your president? Oh my God! Now they're about to impeach Biden when Biden comes in. So Trump's going to get impeached. Biden's going to get impeached. Who's going to be president? Oh my God! It's going to be Kamala Harris. What happens when she gets impeached? Then who's going to be president? Oh my God! What are we going to do? And then the whole time we're the ones that's about to get fucked. But how? How are they going to fuck us? Why are they going to fuck us? Are they going to take us
It's
back to
like,
the planet of whatever lizard planet they're from?
it's like puppet master, you know. Even though the puppets change, the hand's still the same.
You ever looked up the concept of straw man theory?
No.
Nope. You should look it up. So supposedly, there's somebody out there that essentially owns your debt, right? Like so, like there's this whole thing where your social security number is really a bond number to a bank, and you're born. Everyone is born with like millions and millions of dollars. All right, so that's how the Great Reset would actually be possible. Whereas you would just get your life, whatever you're guaranteed by just being born. You know what I'm saying? And there like if you're able to find who your straw man is, you can go buy yourself out and buy your freedoms. And now what we're talking about is buy your freedoms is if as long as you don't openly swindle people, murder someone, or there was some other dumb one. It was really weird. But other than that, you don't go to jail. There's nothing that you can do that they can get you arrested. You are completely immune to anything because you are free.
What's that word?
Sovereign. You're a sovereign citizen. The laws of
Exonerated almost.
yeah, because the laws of that country no longer apply to you. But see, in this concept, the laws of the world no longer apply to you. As long as you don't murder, cheat, and steal, you're good.
Right? 'Cause nobody wants that.
So,
I mean, those are pretty good rules to go by. Don't
oh,
murder, cheat,
100%.
and steal.
100%. And
Solid.
yeah, it'd be good. I'm good with that too.
I don't know, Joe. A lot of people have been. I've been talking to a lot of different people about a lot of different things, just getting their points of view about everything. And everybody's conflicted. You know,
That's why I
everybody
think.
fears.
That's why I think more people got to do
Everybody
what we're
fears the
doing.
worst. Fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Instead of
Talk about it. Should be talking about.
exactly instead of when someone says something to you that doesn't seem right, Instead of going looking at him saying, "You're fucking an idiot. That shit's stupid. I don't want to listen to that." Do research, man. Find out why they believe like that, and then make your own decision. If at that point you still feel like, nah, this is bullshit. That's how I got found out about lizard people. I mean, someone else told me about it, and
Right.
I was like, man, that don't sound right. So I did my own research, found out that people really believe this, but at the end of it, I still came to the conclusion of, man, this just don't feel right.
Right. There's a lot of weird shit. Like I got one that made me feel some kind of way. What about the fact that Wayfair was selling people online, advertising them as furniture pieces, putting their names with that and selling them? How is that possible?
Exactly. Like, how do you
You
get
know,
away with that?
so like, so seriously though, I mean these are real things, people. It's out there. They're selling people. They were keyword word until they got caught. They were
Pizzagate.
fucking selling people. Pizzagate. There's a lot of shit, man. There's a lot of sick fucking people out there, and unfortunately, a lot of them are have a much higher profile than you and I.
Yeah, they're
Um,
normally the people you would never
but that's a
expect.
whole different. That's a whole different day, though. I mean, we could literally talk about that all day.
Yo, it just came into my mind,
Exactly. It is
so I
a day
gotta
to
say it.
respect. Jeffrey, because Jeffrey Epstein didn't hang himself.
No, safety though, because I gotta say this before I forget. You ever seen the movie Gothica?
I
Halle
think
Berry?
so. Yeah.
Halle Berry, where she gets abducted and killed and comes back
Yeah.
as a ghost. Do you remember the
Yep.
two people that abducted her, right?
I do. Yeah.
One of them was like a judge and the other one was like a mayor or some shit like that. Like they were two high ranking people. Two people that you would never expect of it. Like it's always there's
They're
something
telling you.
like they're telling you something. Like there's something about those people. Like not all of them are like that. I'm not gonna say they're all like that, but I think they have more of a propensity to being like that. Because A, they have the availability, and B, you look at it like they got all this money now, they got all this power, but those women that who weren't interested in them 20 years ago still aren't interested in them unless it's for their money. So they kind of lose that power. You get what I'm saying? So, and then the only way you can really keep it from your wife is to keep it from the world. And what's the best way to keep it from the world? You just steal it, hide it away somewhere. That's
Right.
why they do that shit. They're just trying to fill a void from their past. I'm not justifying it, people. I'm just trying to look at it from the perspective of why you would do something like that. Why would you have to be that person? What would possess you? What would make you say, yeah, you know what, today is going to be the day where I finally wake up and say, I'm gonna go rape somebody. I'm gonna go steal somebody and put them in a basement somewhere and just lock them away. Like, do you
Yeah.
wake
What the
up?
fuck is wrong with you?
Do
You
you
know.
wake up? Do you wake up planning that shit that day, or does it just like spur of the moment? You're driving down the street and you see her and you're like, "Ooh, I gotta have her." So you pull up on her and you say something smooth, and she just kind of laugh at you and keep on moving, or just get real nervous and you go really fast. So you just like get really mad, just say, "Man, fuck this," and then steal her. Like, what's going through your mind? Why would you? What would possess you to be that person? Because for me, there's nothing that's gonna take me
The
there.
devil.
It's got to be. It's got to be. Because what's going to take you to that
The only
place to
thing that would
say,
drive these people. I was just saying, it's got to be the devil. You know, everything that's truly evil in this world, as how you interpret it, as how you read it, it's because it's the devil. He wears many hats, friends.
yeah,
He wears many hats.
but see, on some psychological standpoint, it's got to be deeper. It's got to be bigger than that, also, because there's got to be a certain way he gets to you. There's got to be a way, like everyone's vulnerable in their own way. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
like his way of getting at
Yeah.
you might not be the same way as he gets at me. You know what I'm saying? Like he might be able to come to you, or he
You know
might.
what? You know what I think the day. You know when I think the devil comes to me. I think the devil comes to me and rears his ugly face and instills me with doubt. I think I glitched out there.
No, I heard you. I was thinking about it. See, I was more meaning in the way to allure you to it, to make you feel like it's accepted. Not to
Right.
pull you down
The
deep
dark
enough.
side.
Not deep, not to the effect to pull you down deep enough to where emotionally you just don't care. With like people like that, they legitimately get it in their brain that it's okay. Like what is like what basically what justifies it for him? What how does he get it to how does he get at you to justify it? Because like yo, I've
Right.
listened to some of these interviews with some of these serial killers and serial rapists that they feel like their victims deserved it. Like who feels that
Yeah.
way? Who in their right mind is ever gonna look at it and say she deserved to be raped? He deserved to be killed. You know who deserved to be killed? Pedophiles, rapists. All right.
Facts.
If you have a propensity of beating on women, you too. Those are just my opinions. You know what I mean? You can not like it or not. Like, but I'm not gonna go out there and do it because that's not my job. It's not my job to judge you.
Mm.
Like,
Right.
but I'm gonna tell you right now, if God come to me and be like, "Yo, listen, Pop, I need you to take out all these pedophiles," I'm down for it. But God got to roll with me on that mission. You gotta be side by side with me. I need your
The
protection.
world would be a better place. The
There was a guy in Alaska that actually
world
did
would
that
be a
though.
better place.
He used that list that they used to track them to show you where they are living around you. And he went around and he was beating them with ball peen hammers and shit. That man deserves a Medal of Honor.
I mean, look. To be honest with you, when it comes to that subject, um, I think they get off way too way too easily in the system.
And for the people that
I'm
feel
just
like they
saying.
should be castrated, what like where when the counts that they usually do when they do that and they castrate the person, they end up abusing the people even more because then they end up sodomizing with foreign objects because then it's a mental urge with these guys. It's not like me and you where we have like a physical urge where we want to get it on with our woman where she physically attracts us. With them, it's a mental thing because it's control.
I don't know, man.
I think we should just put them all on their own little island by themselves with no children, no women, just them. Put them all on an island. Surround the island with man-eating sharks and whatever else you can find. We should just
Just leave them there.
just leave them there. We should just leave them on North Sentinel Island. There's a bunch of guys there that they would love to meet. Problem solved on site. There's a tribe of people on I think it's North Sentinel Island, might be South Sentinel Island. That like it's illegal to go to this island. You're not allowed to meet these people because they don't have the last contact they've had with humans, like me and you contact was like back in the 70s, and they just killed the people on site. Like They do not want visitors. They're straight out, live their life like me and you would have lived it 2,000-3,000 years ago, man. So I say we just send them to that
You know what?
island, see
Here's
what
something weird.
happens.
Now this is gonna come out weird, but what if Thanos knew what he was doing before exactly what he was doing before he snapped his fingers?
Like who he was gonna wipe out. Not
Yeah.
that it wasn't just random
What
half
if he
the world.
knew in his mind it wasn't just random half the world, like a specific half, the evil, or maybe in his instance the good. I don't really know. I
Then
mean,
in
it is
my
all fiction, but
then in my opinion,
the ideologies are things that do apply in certain scenarios.
the Avengers were the true bad guys. Maybe which is maybe a cover up for how the world works today. The world, how we view the good guy normally isn't right. The person that we portray as the good person is normally the villain.
Right? Because originally, if you think about it, all the bad things that happened because of the inventions Tony Stark created, the fact that he was an arms dealer before he was a superhero, his creative genius pretty much put a bomb or a bullet on everybody's head in the entire planet.
let's
And then
go
he
Batman.
decided he had to change a heart.
No, go ahead.
He had a change of heart and a sense of reality, and he decided to join the good. So now they got to go and fight off all the stuff that he already created. So of course he's going to know how to win. He created it. So maybe essentially the Avengers are the bad guy. The world wouldn't have been the position it wasn't in if it wasn't for your own hands.
Exactly. So maybe Thanos was the good guy and we weren't supposed to defeat him. And everybody that he really eliminated was really one of the bad people.
You never know. I mean, it is just fiction, but
now
maybe
going down this
Disney.
superhero bat hole. Go ahead. You did the finger thing. Go ahead.
Did you just refer to it to a bat hole?
No, not a bat hole. I said superhero rabbit hole.
Oh, I heard bat hole. I'm like, what is that? Now I'm intrigued. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I lost it.
All right.
I lost it.
Now we're gonna go down the bat hole, people, because I like how he said that. We're gonna go down the bat hole. Batman. Okay. I think he's really just the dick in the situation. I'm just gonna go out and say that. What if he really made Gotham City a worse place? Because after he became Batman, Gotham City was filled with more crime. They ended up having to make a whole extra city in Arkham City just to hold all the criminals. Okay, so his very presence increased the crime rate, first off. Second off, the Joker, Penguin, Dr. Freeze, and Ivy all were clearly mentally disabled in one aspect or another. They clearly were not right in the ticker. All right? And until these recent movies, none of them really killed people. They held people hostage and blew up buildings and robbed banks, but you never really seen people die from it. You get what I'm saying? So what if it was really just a Batman running around being a dick, beating up on all these people, and then everybody felt hopelessness and felt like they had to defend themselves against them, which caused more crime?
Right. Kind of like the unwanted hero.
Exactly.
That did end up proving himself time and time again. But yeah, like the unwanted hero.
But like with Tony Stark, you only had to prove yourself because it was a situation you created. And you created it to where you had the ultimate advantage. You had more money and more technology than everybody. Couldn't no one defend
10
themselves
steps
against you.
ahead.
Exactly. You know, you were the only one in that city that was a trained martial arts expert. You had a bulletproof and stab-proof suit. Like there was nothing no one could do to you. You were just running around being a bully and a dick. And this is coming from a guy who grew up a Batman guy.
I'm a Superman guy myself.
Like, but I'm a Batman guy because I, I don't know. I'm a little weird. I kind of see myself in Joker a little bit. The outcast, the guy that people view as the crazy person. Is he the crazy person, or is he really the guy that's just trying to bring justice to the small man? Because think about it. What did Joker do in that movie? He stole all that money from all them rich people, all them sharks and shit like that, we'll call them, like big time people, and burnt the shit right in front of him. He didn't want it. He wasn't out for the money. He was out to fuck you over. He was out to say, fuck the system. This is our shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
Like,
another classified by another one unwanted hero.
yeah.
But not a hero on the side of who determines who's good or bad, but on the side of the people.
Because even his whole reason for coming to Batman doesn't really make sense. You became the Batman because your parents got murdered when you were 8. Why didn't you come to Batman when you was 8?
Because it took a long time to develop all the necessary skills to be
But
a.
here's my point. Did you go back and beat up and kill the motherfucker that killed your parents? No. So your whole point of being the Batman was flawed. Your whole point of doing it was to avenge your parents' death. You can't avenge your parents' death by beating up other people that had nothing to do with the situation. That's like
Yeah,
that's
but
like that's like you put the person down the street from you comes down to your house right now and shoots you, and then I go beat up my neighbor because you just got shot.
it like no look, just not to stop you there, but there's different origins of the Batman movies and comics and stories. Okay, but remember in the original Batman movie with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson as the Joker, during that stage of him turning into and telling the story of Batman, the Joker was actually the young man that robbed his parents and shot and killed them. Hence that scene in both parts, the significance of saying, "Hey kid, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? I have."
Yeah, but was he that person in the Adam West ones? Because you gotta think Joker was one of the
Right,
big
that's what I'm saying. There's
characters in
different
Adam West.
origins of Batman.
Well, the real origin would be the Adam West theory, because that's the true origins of Batman.
I
Unless there was
mean,
comic books before the show. If anybody knows the answer to the true origins of Batman, down in the comments you can leave a link, and we would love to know, because neither one of us are going to figure it out at this moment. But before you do it, you can hit the like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
we appreciate you.
Oh, always, always.
We
Even
appreciate
my
you
haters.
listening. Even in the moments where you feel like it's bullshit, we still appreciate. And any sort of response is a good response.
That's
So
right. Thumbs
thank
up,
thank
thumbs
you.
down, sideways thumb if you can do it. They're all good.
Yep.
And hey, we're just because we're low on viewers, ain't too many people heard about us yet. If you could share it, that'd be awesome too. Let the world know about us. Just because you
Yeah.
may not like it doesn't mean your buddy down the street might not like it.
Very true. Very true. We are. I'd like to say we're a rare breed.
Acquired taste.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. But it's okay. This is America, and
America.
if anything now more than ever, our right to free speech will be exercised.
You know, what's one thing that I hope comes positive out of all of this that's going on right now in the world? And this is because I told you this before, man. It's a weird knack of mine. I can take any negative situation and find a positive out of it. What if, because they just passed that bill, right? And then part of that bill was to release information about UFOs and aliens and all of that. What if the world just knowing that, finally understanding that the existence of aliens is true, just makes people look at it different? That we have to look at it as, instead of it being America, it being Earth. Instead of it being the Caucasian race or the black race or the Spanish race or the Native American race, it's the Earth race. We are Earthlings. We are humans. We are mammals, whatever way you want to look at it. That's what I hope positive
Hmm.
comes out of this.
Homo
Because
sapiens.
really, this vaccine isn't the way we beat this disease. The way we beat this disease is by everybody locking down, doing the same thing. Consistency. All right, maybe the whole world should just stop for a little bit. Maybe that's what the universe is telling us. That you guys have been polluting. Just chill. Give me a break. I need to breathe. Let me catch my breath. Don't kill me. It's really what I feel like the earth is saying. If you're gonna kill me, I'm gonna kill you first.
Exactly. We're all connected.
Yeah.
Touched on this before. We're all connected.
Avatar, the movie
You
Avatar,
know,
tells you
exactly. That is
the,
the perfect description of
their
how the
their
world
their
works.
yeah, their hair and all that shit, it connected into everything. Like they had like, you're one with everything. How do you not get that? You, me, and the tables and all the trees were all built out of the same carbon-based compounds, just different at different levels. We're all the same, people.
Hmm.
Like,
What does a tree root look like when you cut it down?
yeah, your fingerprint.
Your fingers. Look at the way trees are made, and look at the way our nervous system is perceived.
Do you
It's
know
shaped like a tree. It's like it's got the roots and the branches.
up to a certain point in the womb, there is no indistinguishable fact between you and any other animal on the face of the planet, including fish. And now they're all at different stages. I'm dead serious with you.
Hmm.
Because you got to think about it. When you come out of your daddy's ball sack, what do you look like? What does the sperm look like when you look at it underneath the microscope?
Tadpole.
A tadpole. So you look undistinguishable to another animal on Earth. All right. And then once you're in the womb, you start to form into something else that looks like another animal while in the womb. And tadpoles, my friend, are in the womb. Always think it. If you don't believe me on that fact, people, you can look it up. That is true. I've seen it on a documentary. You look undistinguishable to certain fish because that's why they believe that humans used to be like, humans originated from fish and sea animals. That's why there's mammals that still are in the ocean. Like, and the way our brains work and the way dolphins' brains work are pretty much the exactly the same. Like dolphins have a way of communicating with each other and all that
Isn't
shit.
a sea lion a mammal also?
I believe so. Yeah, they'll fucking save your life and shit like that. Dolphins and sea lions and orca whales. Orca whales in the wild will save you. They will not kill you. They will not pull you down. None of that. They won't like do none of that crazy shit that they like. They do that shit when they're incapacitated because they're bored. I'm
I don't
sorry,
know.
people. I had to
I
take a little
feel
break to roll up because
I feel pretty safe. How are
yeah,
you?
I'm feeling pretty safe, but you know what? I was just gonna say to myself, we always just sit here, we're saying we feel safe, and then we cut it off, and then we ramble for like 20 more minutes, and we're like, man, we shouldn't have stopped.
True.
I was just trying to get that ramble in. If yeah, I figure like this, if they don't want to watch it at this point, don't watch it. You can shut it off. That's okay. We still love you for watching up to here, but we're gonna keep going. We got nothing else to do. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. Might as well get hot.
Might as well get high. I mean, shit. Hey, Johnny, wanna get high?
Mm-hmm. Always. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cool. I tried it once at a party. I didn't really like it.
Mushrooms.
No. What do they call it? Marijuana.
Oh, it's God's gift, man.
I did about 2 or 3 weeds that night, and I swear I was so fucking twisted.
Did 23 weeds. I
Right?
tell you,
Isn't that what they
Mom,
call it?
they
Doing the
passed
weeds?
me, Mom, they passed me the weeds, and I said, no, I don't do the weeds. No weeds for me, people.
Jesus loves me, and I love him. No weeds in my body. Not today, no sir. Mm-mm. I'm just saying. You never know.
If y'all
Remember,
got any,
they did call it the devil's lettuce. I've heard that reference many times in life.
yeah, but that was during Reefer Madness when they also said that lazy Mexicans smoked it. First off, let's just go over this. This isn't me being racist or stereotypical. This is just a straight fact. I don't think I've met one lazy Mexican in my entire life. You
Nah,
guys, you guys are some hardworking people. Kudos to you.
ambitious.
Yes, like you guys deserve what you get when you come here and you work for it, man. Because you guys are some hardworking people, and you make amazing food. But that's not nearly here or there in the conversation. But like, dude, you know, I understand that when they try to outlaw it, when they outlawed it for Mexican tobacco. This isn't even Mexican tobacco. Mexican tobacco is a real thing.
Hey, my personal opinion, any pot that I've had that came from Mexico was never that good, anyways.
No, it was all
Just
seedy and
it's all just brick, man. It's just nowadays they call it Reggie.
now listen, El Chapo, don't be coming at us because we're criticizing, man. Like we
Just
don't
do
do none of
better.
the hard stuff. Yeah, we like less seeds, man. Less
That's
seeds.
it. Just less seeds. Figure it out. Figure out a better way to ship it. Oh, I know. Let's just make it legal because it should be. Because it's not
Yeah.
even drugs. It's not a drug, folks. And
No.
if you ever thought it was a drug, I'm sorry, but you're very, very simple-minded. It never
Drugs
has been, nor will
drugs
it
are
ever will be.
drugs are
It's been
man made.
around longer than it's been around longer than we have been.
Fact. And if you don't like it, you can Google this shit. Marijuana or hemp, whatever you want to call it, they used to compress it down in oil just like we do nowadays, and they used to use it in anointing oil and healing oils back in old time churches. So you're going to tell me that nowadays God says it's bad, but back in the original days of these religions, it was okay and it helps you heal your body. Hmm.
Hmm.
It's funny that science tells us the same thing. See, I'm a weird person. I'm the type of person, I don't care if it comes from a priest, from a rabbi. If you don't have proof of whatever you're saying, I don't want to hear it. So the fact that religion in its heyday proved that it's okay and science proves that it's okay, maybe it's just okay. Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's normally what?
A duck.
A motherfucking duck.
Who's your favorite cartoon character?
All time,
All time.
all time favorite cartoon character.
Yep.
I'm just blanking. We talking like
Yeah.
childhood? We talking childhood or
Just
current?
all time, ever. Just all time. Your favorite cartoon character of all time.
I can't give you one. Bart Simpson probably.
Okay.
He he's probably the
Uh,
one that when I
that's an
watched him
acceptable answer.
when I watched him when I was younger, he always made me laugh. I will give you that.
Okay. Mine's Bugs Bunny.
But
Yep.
you
Because
know who's
I
my
was that generation. That's all.
you know who's my second favorite? The one that was like tall and lanky and a little slow off of Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Ed.
Yeah, Ed. What are you doing, Double D?
I love that cartoon.
Yeah, you're the one that introduced me to that cartoon.
I used to be able to do all three of the voices, but that was a long time ago.
Yep, you used to be able to hit Double
But
D. Perfect. The guy,
yeah, I don't know, Eddie. I don't think it's a good idea.
the fucking kid that walked around with a plank of wood with that fucking face drawn on it.
Yeah, yeah, Plank.
Plank.
Yeah. I don't know about them Ed boys.
Oh man, that's an awesome cartoon. Very underrated.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. Ed and Eddie.
Who's your
They had
favorite
that
linebacker of
catchy
all time?
theme. Um, Bill Romanowski.
I can feel that. I wasn't expecting
He's
that from you
he's just a monster, man. You
because
can't deny
he
from what it was.
he was a fucking dirty player, bro. He
He's dirty, but he was a
like
monster.
I'll give it to you. Like I would cheat on the football field just like Tom Brady, man. Like I would step on like more like Ndamukong Suh. Like I'd step on your ankles and shit like that. But man, Bill Romanowski was next level.
And
Like
even when he was in his old age, he was still next level for Denver.
yo,
I
I
mean,
heard
he was just on point.
I heard a story about him one time. He was in a pile and he was going for the ball. He wasn't even going for the ball. He was just trying to hurt somebody. Next thing you know, he broke his own teammate's fingers or he broke his own teammate's ankle and shit like that. That he was just snapping fingers, but he said I was just snapping shit. Like, dude, what kind of shit are you on, man? Like, you just want to hear somebody cry out in pain. You don't give a fuck. That's
I
steroids.
really, I just when I was growing up, I mean, I really enjoyed watching Bill Romanowski, and I liked watching, uh,
LeVar Arrington.
uh, yeah, he was fun. It's right there on the tip of my tongue.
The Raiders.
Kevin,
Kevin,
he played for Carolina.
white guy,
Yeah,
long blonde hair, kind of
yeah,
like Clay
yeah,
Matthews.
yep.
Oh,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Oh
He
man,
also played for the Steelers.
yep.
Kevin Green.
Kevin Green, yes. Kevin Green, good job. That was a good one. He was a good one. I like watching him play.
All right, here's one for a lot of people I probably didn't expect him, just because I like linebackers. LeVar Kirkland or Levon Kirkland. Sorry, you know who I'm talking about. Big ass fucking neck pad. Big as he's like fucking 300 pounds, middle linebacker, sitting there covering tight ends like it was nothing.
Well, I guess you got to throw in Brian Urlacher too.
Yes. Brian Urlacher completely changed the game for linebackers because he was the one that made it. So you had to be able to cover. He literally came down from strong safety and said, I'm going to play middle linebacker. Put on 20 pounds. It's all right.
Right?
Respect to Brian Urlacher. I'm not
Oh
even a
yeah.
Bears fan.
One of the greatest Chicago Bears to ever play, no doubt.
Yes, way better than Gale Sayers. Gale Sayers used to shit on everybody. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but he would just shit on everybody. He came out and tried saying he's better than Barry. He ain't better than Barry.
Ain't nobody better than Barry.
No. So we're on that one the same. Best running back of all time, Barry Sanders.
Hands down.
Yes. All
I
right.
just
Thank
wish he
you.
played a little longer.
For a different team.
Yep.
Or you know what? Get a real fucking quarterback. Detroit, if you hear this, this is a cry from an NFL fan. Please get a wide receiver, a quarterback, and a running back. They all don't have to be fucking all pro, but somebody that's decent at all three positions and start there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Trade Matthew Stafford. Let him go. Let him move on. Just divorce the marriage. Not that
Unless
Matthew
you
Stafford's a bad quarterback, but just that he deserves better than you guys right now.
unless you like being 7-9 or 6-10.
I really don't
Whatever.
blame. I don't blame Matthew Stafford on that, man. I really blame.
Detroit's been in a funk for a long time though.
Yeah, like you got no
Dunsbury
offensive
stinker.
line. You got no offensive line around him. No defense around him. He's got. I'll give it to him. He's got a good wide receiver if he ever stays healthy.
Dude, they had Megatron and they couldn't figure out how to use him right.
Yeah, exactly. See, no, there
Yeah.
was no way to use him wrong. To be honest with you, he still led the league in almost everything. But it was the fact that they had
But
absolutely no defense and no running game. You can't be a one-trick pony. That's what killed the Steelers.
mm-hmm.
You gotta be able to run the ball.
Every time you gotta be able to use the clock.
So I know you don't watch it, but there was a big trade in basketball this week.
Yeah, how big?
And it was like 4 teams were in it. James Harden got traded from Houston to Brooklyn to play with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. But now they're talking about
Ooh.
suspending Kyrie Irving for all year. He's over there having a little spat.
Cocaine and hookers.
It might be. Everybody's trying to say he wants to get traded to LA. But that makes no sense. If you wanted to get traded to LA, why didn't you sign with LA? You had the opportunity. Why didn't you ask for a trade to LA when you got traded? Kind of felt like you wanted out of Cleveland to get away from LeBron. Why would you go to LA to be with LeBron?
I don't know.
Did you know
You think LeBron's a lizard person?
it's got to be. If there was people who are real, LeBron's got to be one. It's like, what, year 16, 17 in the league, and he's still going like he's fucking 28? Like, come on, man. Like, he's this far in the league, and he's just now learned how to shoot a three-pointer on a consistent basis. That he's always known how to shoot it, but consistently. Like, when does that happen?
Yeah, I think LeBron. I don't know.
It's not better than Jordan.
He'll definitely be in the top 3 in
It's
history.
not.
That's for sure.
It's not better than Jordan, though.
A little more aggressive than Kobe.
In what standpoints? Because
As
Kobe, as a scorer, Kobe was way more aggressive.
I'm saying like as a style, like a game style, like a play style. He plays aggressive.
Oh yeah, he's more physically aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's where that's about the only divide you can when you can compare the two. It's just LeBron's more aggressive, where Kobe was more.
Kobe's more cerebral. Kobe's 100% cerebral, man. What was? You could see everything he did. It was calculated, and it was either a lot of it. It was a little show me too. Like, I'm just gonna shoot it, and ain't no one gonna stop me.
Rest in peace, Kobe. Sports world misses your presence.
well as all the family members involved on everybody in that helicopter that day.
Hey,
It
who else?
shocked the world.
Who else you know? Go out of what 20-year career? I think he had something like that. Last game, get 60.
OG.
OG just said, you know what? I'm done. I don't need y'all. Y'all was holding me back. Watch this. Yo, if that man didn't die, he would have been. Maybe he was a sacrifice. Cause yo, you know that shit was in the Simpsons episode.
Really?
Maybe that. Yeah, that shit was in the Simpsons
Kobe.
episode of Kobe being in a plane accident and dying.
No shit.
Yep, that shit was in. That was one of the Simpsons predictions.
No. Who knows?
So, you think something big's gonna happen on Inauguration Day?
I think it should be any time now.
Cause they're really bunkering down for it. Like they got people protecting everything. But the way they were talking today, it was like it was an inside job. Like they think congressmen members held special tours the day before for people so that they had special notice in advance of where to grab things, like where to go to get certain things, how to get into the building, everything. Like this was planned and orchestrated.
Yep.
Like to down to the.
But that's what we
But
already know that though. Like that's
yeah, we
clear
already
as
know
day.
that. Yeah, no, that was clear as day. But my point is like a lot of what they're saying was planned doesn't make sense. They had the capability, unless these rooms that they were hiding in are completely unbreakable, break-inable, like a safe room. They had that place stormed. If these people went in there on the mission to kill these certain Congress members, why didn't any of them get touched? You don't even hear any stories to where they were at the door trying to break in. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear any of them stories. So, which to me doesn't give credence to the fact that they were there to pull out some kind of like secret hit list.
All the truth will be revealed soon.
Will it though?
And then it will, and then we can finally continue moving forward.
Or will they do it like they do everything else and keep it in secret, keep it as a secret file for the next 50 years?
When it's about to happen, you'll know. That's when I think the blackout will happen.
Like that's how a lot of these theories start and end out, man. Like people, like the government holds all these secret files, and then they release them. And
absolutely, we all have a file. Even the innocent ones all have a file.
Like, bro, you know, they were tracking Hitler up until like 2-3 years ago, until they finally figured out that he died in South America and not Germany. Like to their account, he was like 90 something when he died. I think we might. Oh, there he goes. But he was like 90 something when he died.
Fucking Decepticons.
Did you hear me about Hitler?
I heard.
Oh, so they have documented proof. The FBI, they released the files of they were tracking Hitler until he was like 90 something, until they figured out that he died in South America. Like that's the type of shit that they be hiding. How do they know? Because they were fucking tracking them. And there was you go down into some of these villages in South America, and it's all German people. It's all speaking like their native language in these communities are German, and they have German old artifacts and shit like that. They have accounts of people seeing Hitler. So they have the last U-boat that was to surrender was right off the coast of South America. and it was like 2 weeks after any other U-boat surrendered. Like there's credence that like they even said the body that they found claiming to be Hitler really wasn't Hitler. The man had so many body doubles that when they like, because they didn't even bring the body back.
Right.
Same thing with Osama. I don't think they really killed Osama bin Laden. They didn't bring the body back neither. Why didn't you bring the body back? Normally you still bring the body back. You don't bury it at sea. Why'd you give him a Navy burial? Was he really a former US Navy SEAL that was CIA that ended up being turned into be a CIA agent? And you guys gave him a sleeper cell in Afghanistan and told him, we need you to blow up these buildings. We need you to start some shit. It's all one big plan.
I mean, because why did we go to Afghanistan anyways?
Money and oil.
There it is. That's all it was ever about. So they had to create a reason to go there.
So do you know
There you
who
go.
has funded every single war since like the Civil War or some shit like that? It's one family. It's one
I
family.
imagine it's probably the Rothschilds.
Yes, sir. And they funded both sides of every war.
Yo, on that list.
So
of possible
win or lose, you
reptile
get your money
people,
back. Oh yeah, it's the Rothschilds.
Yeah, they're part of that, as well as the Bush family, and other, all the way down to, it was believed. What did they say? It was the I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but the Moravian dynasty was believed that was a whole generation of reptile people.
They even believe Justin Bieber's a reptile person. That's a fact. I seen it earlier. I was like, really? Justin Bieber, huh? And then there was another one where they were trying to say Justin Bieber and Post Malone are the same person. I don't believe that one.
I don't know. I don't think so either. They also say that.
But have you ever
that
seen
Paul
him in?
McCartney, that Paul
Have you ever seen him in the same
really
place?
died in the 70s.
That might just be Nelson Mandela effect.
No, they're saying though that Paul McCartney really died in the 70s, and he had a perfect replacement that took over for him.
Oh, a clone?
To this day, it's not the real Paul McCartney.
Yeah, you can find a bunch of things on clones. That's an episode we should do too. Clones. Because there's a
Aren't
lot.
they almost the same thing as damn lizard people? And if you think about it?
Nah, these are completely different. This is like when like people are getting clones made of themselves. Like that one movie. What was that one movie? I think it was with Michael Keaton. Multiplicity. Like that. Like that's like they're trying to say that's a legit thing. There's people out there doing it. Like you can find interviews with people sitting there saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a clone." Da da da
Oh my
da.
God. Could you imagine 5 versions of me?
That's another fun one to look into when you're, dropping a deuce.
I don't know if I'd enjoy having five different versions of me. I mean, really?
I get in a lot of trouble.
It would be impossible to replicate. And eventually they would get dumber as you go down the line, just like in Multiplicity.
Yeah. And each one's going to have a different range of emotions with me.
I like baseball. Have you seen my baseball? Sorry.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either, bro.
It's fun just to go down rabbit holes, though, man.
Nothing else to do sometimes.
No. I mean, you go down one every Sunday when you think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl.
I haven't thought that until any other time prior until this year. So
really, I always tell myself we're going to win the Super Bowl until we're completely eliminated. And then
I say every single year at week 1, I said, "Yep, this is our year. We're going to the Super Bowl." You say it, and
and then at halftime you're like, "Yep, maybe next year.
yep.
Maybe next
We'll see what we look
year."
like on week 2. Yeah.
Oh
Then week
shit.
2 comes, and you're like, "I don't know, man. We're good. We're not even to the midway point. We're still good."
Erica sat there and looked at me earlier and said, "So they know who's in the Super Bowl yet?" I looked at her. I'm like, "What are you talking about? Super Bowl was last week. The Redskins won. Football's over." She goes, "No, I know they didn't win. So do they know?" I'm like, "What do you mean, man? Like we won, bro. Like the football season's over." Then I had to tell her, "No, they don't know yet." I had to break it down. But that's how I feel. Football's over. I'll watch it,
It's not over.
but no, to me, it's over. My team's out of it. I have no real emotion in any of these games. I'll still have it on TV, but I don't care who wins, except for that Ravens game. That Ravens game is the only game I care about on this whole list because I want to be able to call Pat at the end of that game like he called me and go, ha ha, and just hang up.
No, I said, "Ha ha, fuck you, Joe."
I was trying to keep it PG for the sensitive ears, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
Man, so angry.
Oh, man.
So I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think it was a good talk. I found it was much better when I stopped trying to look at the facts. Because who even knows if these facts are facts?
Exactly. That's why it's just fun to look it up, man. If you guys enjoyed Lizard People, look it up. It's really funny, man. It's worth a laugh.
It's
You might believe
there
it.
for your own interpretation.
You might believe it. If you do, that's all on you. Good kudos to you, bro. I'm happy for you for finding something.
Facts.
Faith in something is better than faith in nothing.
Hell yeah.
But I love you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell.
We appreciate you every single time. Make sure to be good. More importantly, be good to each other. We love y'all. Peace.
Peace.